We are back here, guys, for our second best 7 all kill series of today. We're going into a round of 16 match now. We just came out of ESOS Gaming versus Inferi Esports Club, where we saw ESOS come out with a 4-3 victory. We're going to go into our next series now. It's going to be LDLC taking on Seed Gaming, and this is going to be our second series of the day. And it's going to be starting up with Seed Solo against LDLC Lena. So we're going to be jumping on into this pretty much straight away. Nothing to really wait for anymore. So let's just go in game and get into this ZVT, which we have to start things off. In the upper left hand corner, the yellow Zerg player from Seed Gaming. It's Solo. Seed is having a pretty good time so far in the SC2ITL America, where they've got a couple of matches left to play. They do still have an opportunity to make the playoffs, but it's not going to be easy, as one of their remaining matches is against IVD Gaming, who are pretty much, they've dropped in 7 matches, they've so far dropped 3 maps. So, Seed's chances not looking so great in SC2ITL America, but now competing in SC2ITL EU as well, looking to qualify here for the first division, looking to qualify for the first division. Top 4 teams get through. This is the round of 16, so a victory here today means they have one more match to play, and that would be tomorrow. This is Solo in the upper left-hand corner. In the bottom right-hand corner, a team who's recently just kind of picked up a StarCraft 2 roster once again. It's LDLC, and then starting off for them, it's Lena down in the bottom right-hand corner. So I actually know a couple of the LDLC players. Kaira, most is probably the player I know most about, as he's a Terran player. He's been a big SC2 Improve player for a long time. If you also into your SC2 Improve events, you may very well have heard of Durian. He's also on LDLC right now, a Zerg player who's actually won the most SC2 Improve weeklies out of anybody else. So LDLC team, actually a newer team, but packed with players we actually have seen a lot of in SC2 Improve in the past. So definitely worth cheering for them a little bit if you're a fan of some of their members. And let's see how this series is going to go. I mean, Lena here to set the pace. Will they get off to a good start? I mean, Seed are definitely going to be the favourites coming into this match. But after this match, how long do they remain the favourites? How long does it take to kind of knock Seed off of that favourite spot? 1, 2 games could be all they take to kind of start spiraling things out of control. That being said, Solo is definitely one of their stronger players, and starting off with Solo here will give Seed a lot of opportunity to get some early points on the scoreboard themselves. So let's see how this all unfolds as the first Reaper heads across the map and the action is about to get going here. Already we actually see Solo has a 100 gas mind and metabolic boost started, so he's going to have his Berserker speed out about the 6-minute mark. So this is something Lena's going to be able to identify, and he'll be in his head, he'll be knowing and saying to himself, right, I've got a minute and a half here before I need to get my Reaper out of here if I want to keep it alive. It's just a single Reaper early on. It's here to scout, it's here to maybe try and do a little bit of damage, probably won't kill anything. But, the main goal of it is to scout a little bit, get a little bit of information. It's a safety Reaper. Back at home, he's going to be adding on 4 Marines before going into Reacted Hellions. So, it's just a very standard build. We've been seeing more of this, just the single. He's actually only getting 2 Marines out, so, you can sneak 4 out. It depends how quick you get that reactor down. Here, it's just going to be 2 Marines, and then straight into this factory on the reactor. Natural Command Center will finish up here, morph into an orbital, and just a very standard TVZ opening from our Terran player. Starport on the way down next. We'll be able to get a medevac out to boost, generally lift 4 Hellions into the main base, and follow this up with a Viking as the kind of most common follow-up to start picking off some Overlords kind of wherever you can, basically. This Reaper is stuck around a little bit too long. He's he's maybe going to just be able to escape. Will actually get away here, and with this ledge just to the right, he'll be able to stay alive for a little bit longer. A whole bunch of Lings, though, on the way out and across the map here from Solo, so he's looking to try and get a little bit of damage done, but when he comes into this natural, you'll find there's actually nothing here at all. A single, a couple of Hellions need to be very careful not to get surrounded, but they're being left here on the ramp just for now. So it looks as though they're going to be pretty safe as the first few Lings start to come forward, the rest of the Lings coming in from behind. And they're going to try and come up here. There's no lift on the depot, and Solo comes straight in for the kill. 2 Hellions already going down here. The next 2 Hellions are going to be in a lot of trouble, and Lena with a big mistake right at the start of this game. And, that's actually game over, right? You can't just let 20 Lings into your base like this and lose your first 2 Hellions, get them surrounded just like that. I mean, They are your early game units. They're your early game defense. And Solo here, just going to absolutely destroy Lina in game number 1. Unfortunately for LDLC, not the start they would have been hoping for, as 5 workers remain for the Terran player. Well, I mean, he's going to survive here with 4 workers left over. A Banshee on the way, a Cloak on the way, but I mean, this is already scouted, you've got to remember, from Lina as well, and it's actually just going to be a GG right there and then. Well, I said, oh god, all my screens have disappeared. I said right at the start, this is, you know, going to be Seed coming into this as the favourites, and Solo wasting no time at all and making sure that that is known to everybody here. That first game, convincing, quick, you know, not really a worry in the world from him, and just capitalising on one small mistake from Lina to get Seed Gaming off to a 1-0 advantage at the start of this best of 7. So, pretty fast first game, and we're going to be waiting for game number 2 to start on up here, guys, in the next few moments. So, yeah, I don't know how fast these guys are going to be with sending out the next player and picking their map. So what we will do, it looks as though the other players who are in the channel are actually currently in game. So what we're going to do is take a quick couple-minute break, guys. Hopefully not too long before we can get back into the series and head into game number 2. If you enjoyed the show, do make sure to hit the follow button so you can see when we go live all of the SC2 Improved Season 3 action. Of course, this is the kind of the first stream of SC2ITL Season 3, the main event starting next week. On the 8th of September, the group stage does begin then, and will run for a couple of months. So everything's starting to get going, as we're going to see the next player coming on up for LDLC in a few moments' time. So guys, we don't go too far, and we'll be back for game 2 in a few moments' time. Back, guys, to SC2 Improved Team League Season 3 Open Qualifier for the first division. We're heading into this next game right now. We're going into Kaira versus Solo from Seed versus LDLC right now. Our second game of this best of 7 all kill once again. So hello everyone in the chat, how are you all doing? Let me know who you're supporting here today. We've already seen a few root for Seed signs going on. We've got Mig Delta supporting LDLC. So yeah, I've got a couple of supports from either side. And yeah, let's go in game for game number 2. Not much else to say. In the lower right hand corner of Nimbus, a player I have not casted for so long from LDLC, it is Danish Terran player Kaira. I mean, Kaira used to be he was the actual first winner of our SC2 Improved Weekly when we took it to include master level players. He's been in the SC2 Improved Summer League before in the round of 16. I think he was in our first Winter League as well. So Kaira, a long time SC2 Improved player. Great to see him competing here with his new team LDLC. And yeah, he's up right now against a Zerg player in the lower left hand corner. It's the pink Zerg player from Seed Gaming. It is Solo. Patch versus Spawning Pool on the way. No real surprises here on Nimbus. Kaira going for a Marine followed by a Reaper. Nothing too crazy. He's actually just going Overlord hunting. Unfortunately, the Overlords could be coming from the different other side of the map. So yeah, no Overlord to really hunt here for Kaira. He's actually now going to come in towards his natural. He might be able to just actually, well, you will see this on the high ground. Will he be able to actually pick this off is the question. He's going to throw his expansion down on the low ground, on the high ground natural expansion in just a moment. This Overlord is trying to get away now, but it's in a little bit of trouble. This first Marine is coming in. It will start stepping forward and trying to pick this off, and I think this Overlord may very well just go down here. It's going to be very close. Kaira not stutter stepping. Clearly quite confident that he's going to be able to get it, and I think he is going to be able to get it nonetheless here. Stutter steps right to the edge, and there should be no way for this Overlord to escape. Surely 33, 27, 22, 16, 10, one hit. No! 11 HP, just gets away by the skin of his teeth, and that could very well have been the difference of Kaira not stutter stepping a couple more times. So, well, he gets away with that first Overlord. Reaper is now in the base from Kaira as well. He's going to be hunting down a couple of Zerglings here to start things off. Solo actually playing without gas in the start of this game, so he's going up to a few more Queens than he did in the last game, and we'll see what exactly he's going to be able to get up to here in the long run. Again, Gaster's openings generally do suggest a bit of a faster third base, and very heavily and going into kind of a very strong mid game with a lot of economy. We can quite often see it go into a Roach Hydra mid game where you start up your double evolution chambers and Roach Run at the same time, similar to kind of ZVZ really. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what what Solo's plan is here. As this Rip actually gets trapped by a couple of queens, and that's just going to sneak out of there. Wow. So a couple of units already in this game getting away at very low HP, just one shot from death or so. So nice start from both players, not losing too much. Reactor Hellions on the way out now. Starport on the way as well, and can't help but feel that Kyra maybe will get a little bit further than his predecessor Lena in that first game. So let's see what exactly what he is going to do here, as the starport is on the way up. It's nearing 75% of the way done. We'll see if he starts up a medevac, or if it's going to be a Viking, or whether he's going to go straight into Cloak Banshees here. He has got a second gas up and running, so Cloak Banshees is definitely a possibility. As we do see 3 Marines actually just hunting down Overlords right now. Ling is trying to come in to defend this, but will get caught out by the Hellions and the Reaper. So I have to be a little bit careful about this. Marines continue to come across the map, and Solo is actually going to lose yet another Overlord. Well, can the Queens get close enough soon enough? I don't think they can, so Solo's actually going to hit a supply block here. Because of this Marine hunting. Marine's actually coming forward now as well to try and help out. He's actually left his Overlord alive, which I think is more of a mistake than anything. He's going after another Overlord over here. So Solo, well, he could be really in trouble now. This could have been his third Overlord loss, but it's actually just going to be his second overall, I do believe. Just his second. Still supply blocked. Again, if this one had gone down as well, that's just a bit of a mistake by Kyria, really. Cloak Banshee follow up to this, a Hell Armory on the way too, so we're going to see some Hellbats coming in here very soon. And this third base, is this even going to survive right now? Is kind of the question, I suppose, as now Queens are actually in a little bit of trouble as well here, as Marines are continuing to push forward with these Hellions, and Kyra just not giving up with this pressure just yet. A few Roaches finally coming in here to help out, as Solo asks for a pause. So, here we are, pause for a couple of moments here for Solo sorts something out. Says thank you, and we're going to get back into this game very quickly. And, well, the 4th, 5th and 6th Hellion has now joined up. Armory's on the way, Banshee on the way as well. I mean, there's a few Roaches on the way out, and they will be nice for Solo here. But still doesn't necessarily mean that no damage will take place. I think, I'm not sure if we've actually seen Kyra spot any of these Roaches just yet. I don't think he has, so... Anyways, he's still going to start up a tech lab on his factory, which is definitely interesting. It looks as though he will head into bioplay. Starts the first CC, leaving these reactors open for more barracks in the next few moments. Here come these Hellbats coming in right now, morphing in. There's another Overlord down, and actually that supply block Solo once again here. Is there going to be enough? Kayu's actually coming up this ramp. He's going to try and fight this. He's just going to go straight into these Roaches. I'm not sure if there's actually enough for him here to do some damage, but he's pushing through. He's actually taking down a couple of Roaches already, and he's still coming forward here. And a few more Roaches on the way out. A couple of Roaches coming in from behind. And Hellbats just doing what they can. As Marines and these Hellbats are chasing over. I feel if he'd gone towards the third base, he would have been able to pick this off. But at the same time, he's doing pretty good damage here in the main base as well. Considering he's got a Cloak Banshee now coming in as well, it's actually only picked up 9 kills. Where's that come from? Oh my god, I didn't realize he'd been there for so long. So this Cloak Banshee's already picked up a bunch of kills. He's now going to start taking down a Queen. Is he going to get it? I don't think he will. But even just weakening it here and is great. And I don't think there's an Overseer out, but it's not in position right now. This Queen is perhaps going to fall. Yes, it is. One Queen falls, and now maybe another. And wow, 2 Queens going down. Drones are now being pulled over towards this third base, but there's a Cloak Banshee over here as well, which is slowly starting to pick away at this. And this may be another base going down. This Banshee is uncloaked somewhere over here. This Banshee is still cloaked, and for just a little while longer, as 200 health remains on this third base. Solo's just going to start a counterattack, and Nice Transfuse comes in to keep it alive a little bit longer here. And the 2 Banshees are going to group up with each other. Are they going to be able to escape? One Banshee gets taken down. But I mean, what a great opening by Kyra in this game. Just being kind of relentless from the start. He's been doing a lot of damage. And look at this, the backup plan. 2 tanks already in position and ready to go. You know, there's no way at all that Solo can come up this ramp and do anything about this. So he's kind of stuck. He's not able to counterattack and make up the damage. Kyra's on triple orbital. He's going to start landing this in a moment. He's 12 workers ahead, plus 3 meals. I mean, his economy is just insane right now. And coming in, this third base is not safe in the slightest. And, well, Kyra's actually just targeting this down. He could have had the Queen already, but he just wants the base. And there's no detection over here, so the third base will actually end up falling. The Overseer comes in, the Banshee will go down. Again, I feel a bit of a mistake not to get the Queen first, but just playing it safer more than anything. Roach is going to come in towards the third base here. I mean, Kyra does have tanks in position, but will have to lift for just a moment. He's getting to the point where he's pretty much got enough Marine Marauder to move out of here anyway. If not now, then in a couple of moments' time, he's taking down the third, so he's in no rush to land his own third. He's actually filling a bunch of minerals. Could have maybe done with this 4th and 5th barracks a little bit sooner. As this Banshee has now come back home, he's now going to start taking down roaches, at least turning them away so he can re-land his third base. And Kyra just playing this game out so beautifully, I have to say. I mean, you know, he's had an answer to everything so far as these Banshees. This Banshee will meet its end against 2 queens in the middle of the map. It's Kyra a little bit sloppy with his Banshees. He has ended up losing them all now, but I guess he's quite far behind in upgrades. That's something he has sacrificed to be able to do this, you know, early kind of pressure, but it has definitely worked out for him. 13 workers killed. He's ahead in workers right now with triple orbital mining. You know, he's got a bunch of tanks out as well. He's very well prepared against kind of the roach composition. Muralisks are going to be on the way here very soon, though. That Spire is about to finish up, but there's not even that much gas right now, as Solo has only got about 700, so it's not even going to be that scary a number of Muralisks here initially, as Marine Marauder chasing down these roaches, and he won't be able to catch much of them, and doesn't actually pick off any more. But on Siege now, I mean, he's got a potential to maybe even move across the map, and, you know, as long as he's sieged, that roach army is going to do nothing against 5 siege tanks. I mean, it's just going to absolutely just disappear. You know, it's going to be as though it was never even there. So it's one of them scenarios right now where Kyra, he's going to come across the map here. He's going to come towards this third base, and he's just going to look to shut this down once again. And I mean, this is a great map to do this on, because he can just, you know, siege on the high ground and slow push, take as long as he needs to. An Overseer going down, a Scan going down as well. The Marines leading the way to kind of clean up some of this creep. The rest of the tanks coming on creep. Very brave here. He's just continuing to move forward. He sees that, well, he sees the army. He's clearly not very scared of it, and now he's starting to siege up these tanks. It's going to get very hard for Solo to defend this from here, because Caillou is just going to slowly keep pushing forward. Combat Chill's about to finish. 1-1 about to finish too, so this is such a nice little timing from Kyra. And I mean, he's pretty much got everything finishing just as he needs it for this little bit of a push. He's going for straight into 2-2. Reinforcements coming across the map. A single tank and siege just to move a little bit further forward. And I mean, little by little, everything's just going to go down here. Here come the units. They're going to start streaming in from Solo, but the tanks are just going to add so much DPS to this. A few Bayons are just struggling to even get through the roaches. And these this Bio army just falls back. Solo GG's. And Kyra takes LDLC to level in this game. Not disappointing at all with their choice to play here. Kyra playing a beautiful game, and just from start to finish, knowing exactly what he wanted to do, knowing exactly how he was going to do it, and just like that, Team LDLC even up this series 1-1. GG, well played. And see you're going to have to be sending out the next player and picking the next map here in a couple of moments time, guys. Before that, quick commercial break. As always, quick little bit of music, and we'll be back with game number 3. And yeah, should be good, because Kyra seems to... Welcome back, guys, to SC2 Improved Team League Season 3. Open qualifier for the first division. Top 4 teams of this qualifier advance into the first division for the third season of the SC2ITL. The opportunity to play for the €500 prize pool. We're going into game 3 right now of LDLC versus Seed in the round of 16. The winners move on to play Mouse Control tomorrow. Mouse Control taking a free win against Chaos Latin Gamers. So, KLG. You know, KLG doing a decentish job of not showing up. So Mouse Control get the round of 8 spots. So, I mean, now, actually, all of a sudden, you have to favour whoever comes out ahead in LDLC or Seed. You basically have to favour the winner of this match in the qualifying match, basically tomorrow in the round of 8 match. It's you know, almost without doubt. So yeah. Anyways, we're going into game numero 3, as something like that, as we jump into the upper left-hand corner of King Sejong Station, where the purple Zerg player Seed Revolution is throwing down his hatchery at the natural, and the yellow Terran player in the bottom right, Kyra, is playing for LDLC, and he's opening once again with a Reaper Expand. So let's see what he wants to do here. Looks as though he will once again get a Marine out before his Reaper, because that's a very early, maybe not actually, his bike's finished way before he had 50 gas, but this time it looks as though it's just going to be the Reaper first, as he is waiting. So thought it was something, it wasn't, oh well. here we go now, waiting for this to continue onwards. So what is gonna happen in this game is our question, I suppose. As we have SEV moving down this ramp, and he's going to be able to actually start bunkering up this natural expansion. So Revolution, I mean, he'll be able to get Lings on the way very soon. He's forced a few drones to be pulled, not too big of a deal because he's going to start mining from this natural very soon anyway. Reaper's on the way across the map. It's just a single Reaper going into the reactor as well, so this is kind of nice considering it's only one Reaper. It's pretty nice, and look at this, it's actually kind of abusive, really. The way this SCV was kind of hidden in between the minerals there for a little while. Oh, again, it's going to be hidden and not able to really do anything. He's actually going to get this bunker up. Wow. This is actually pretty huge. I mean, just so annoying. How's the SCV? Oh my god, look at that. The SCV is going to be untouchable. This is basically broken. I guess not. I guess these things will be able to get this through. Is he going to target down that drone? He will. So he gets a drone kill here. Wow, he actually retreats. He doesn't feel as though Revolution doesn't feel as though he's going to be able to keep this up. And Kaira just going to jump around. This is such an annoying Reaper to start off this game. And I mean, he will be able to break through this. It's not going to be that much, but he's having to invest a little bit more than he would have hoped. He's actually got a Baneling Nest on the way in speed as well. So it looks as though Revolution is actually just looking for a way in this game to be able to basically just end it quickly. These Zerglings continue to follow just a single Reaper. I mean, all the action is over here right now. The SCV finally goes down. The Reaper's going to escape. He's going to salvage, and all of that cost him an SCV and 25 minerals. Absolutely crazy trade here at the start of this game. So, well, no real surprises at all, I guess, as Revolution going to take down these plates. And I mean, his speed's about to finish up. He's got his injects going at his natural and his main. He's got a few more Lings on the way. The Baneling Nest is just finished, so now's the time for him to start moving across this map. Kaira's getting a single bunker on the low ground right now. It looks as though Revolution will just keep an Overlord alive. And Kaira has got a couple of Hellions out in a Reaper as well. Ooh, Revolution's just not going to be able to hide these Zerglings. Oh, he's going to come in. He's going to surround the first Hellion here. Kaira actually all of a sudden in a lot of trouble because losing your first Hellion is never good. We saw Lina lose just by kind of lose his game by losing his first Hellion earlier. Just keeps the Reaper alive. I mean, this isn't maybe as major as Lina earlier. He hasn't lost, you know, both of his Hellions. But this little attack is going to do a lot of damage, and Kaira now going to spot these Banelings, and he's not paying attention to his Hellions again. He takes a fair amount of damage on these, and here come the Banelings. They're going to have to spread pretty well so they don't just get all toasted at the same time by this attack. They're going to start coming up the ramp here, and here we go. And there is, of course, a little gap here. There goes the bunker. The last Baneling connects, and, well, that was actually a little bit underwhelming in the end. Kaira just going to rebuild his wall almost instantly. I think Revolution didn't quite have as much as he would have hoped at this point, as this Hellion's going to go down, the Lings get through and don't actually achieve anything. Too many Marines, and Revolution not able to do anything at all here. Excuse me just a moment, as we just get a result in. So be able to deal with that afterwards. So Skillforge actually 4-3 against NON Esports. Looks like we missed out on a bit of a good match there, unfortunately. Banshee on the way across the map now here for Kaira. Oh, he's actually expanding, kind of coming out of his base a little bit here, and there's not really that much left to deal with this. The Banshee should be able to come back home and help defend. A single Marine in a bunker. Revolution's not given up on this idea of attacking, and now that Kaira has realised this, he should be able to just keep a Banshee at home and pretty much, you know, destroy anything else which comes his way. This Queen isn't going to survive too many more shots from this Banshee. And 3 Banelings is just not going to be enough to really break through here. Banshee cloaks, takes no more damage, and he should be able to pick off a couple of Banes before they even get up the ramp. There's one, there's two, and actually, there's all 3 before he even gets up the ramp. H is called instead of G, and Revolution seeming not too pleased with the way that game went, and just like that, LDLC 2-1 up. This series kind of turning around very quickly here. From a very quick 1-0 to a fairly quick 2-0, in all honesty. I mean, the second game was a little bit longer, but, I mean, from start to finish, it was LDLC who were definitely in control. Wow. So, GG called. Let's give you guys very quickly here a bit of an update on our bracket, which is of course taking place. The whole tournament, which is the whole tournament which this is part of. So yeah, let's take a quick look here on how this tournament is going. I don't really have a look at the brackets, so it's a little bit nicer, isn't it? So Skillforge and NON Esports had to walk over the round of 32, and Skillforge come out ahead of NON, just moving into the deciding match, the qualifier match tomorrow against either Noob Gaming Pro, who took down Team Minchin, or New Era Gaming. So either Skillforge, NG Pro, or Era going to be coming through into the first division this season. Here is LDLC versus Seed, the match we're watching right now. The winners move on to play against Mouse Control tomorrow. The winner of that, of course, does advance on into the into the first division as well. So scrolling down, eSuper taking on AP SC2 versus eStar. That's actually going to be tomorrow as well. So that's actually a quarterfinal already set up and ready to go. And so that's already known about. So that's set in stone. Team Extreme Supremacy, they've got their round of 8 match already sorted as well, and Red Bloods Pro, the last I heard, they're 3-0 up against ESOS Gaming. So ESOS, they fought hard in the round of 32, but struggling right now in the round of 16. A victory for Red Bloods will put them against Team Extreme Supremacy there in the round of 8 as well. So that's our current bracket of how things are going. Our next player will be Prebz, and I'll be hosting up Overgrowth for him here, as he's going to look to even up this series. So Solo and Revolution already fallen. Another TVZ here. I mean, this is just apparently going to be the series of TVZs. So we invite Kairi, invite Prebz in as well. Stop moving around. There we go. Invite sent out. So Seed versus LDLC comes into map number 4 right now. It's going to be Prebz versus Kairi to see who. LDLC, if Kaira wins this, he's going to have the opportunity to move on to match point. Whereas Prebz, if he wins this, he's going to even up this series. Seed have one kind of weakness here. And that is that a lot of their players, well, most of their players, in fact, I think all the players they will play today are Z players. So that's a slight advantage if they have a good if LDLC have a good TVC sniper. And Kyra gonna be coming into this next game in just a couple of moments. Both players are ready, so good luck, have fun to the teams. And Kyra saying at the start of this that he can't beat Prebz, so it doesn't look good as we load on into Overgrowth here for map number 4 of this best of 7 all kill. Guys, how are we doing? Loading straight on into this, and let's see if LDLC Kyra can even and can take LDLC onto match point, or whether Prebz will take the series to level pegging once again. It's already been 1-1 once today in this best of 7. It could, of course, be that be 2-2 after this match. Let's see how things turn out. As in the bottom left-hand corner, straight away start things off from LDLC. It's Kyra in the bottom left-hand corner. In the upper right, the yellow Zerg player from Seed Gaming. It is Prebz, who is playing the yellow Zerg right now. Apparently, Kyra is very scared of Prebz, and apparently he cannot beat him. So maybe today is the day where something goes a little bit different. Maybe now is his opportunity to break through his fear of trying to defeat Prebz. Maybe. So let's see what happens. I mean, last game ending quite quickly. Kyra forcing a little bit of a quick end to the game, really. As I think he kind of forced Revolution into the all-in when after he took a lot of damage from the Reaper in the bunker. I mean, the Reaper in the bunker, you don't really have to engage the bunker that quickly, because a single Reaper in a bunker is going to take so long to actually to actually kill anything. So I think the better thing to do, I mean, I think, you know, once you get 2 queens out, you've got plenty of times to get 2 queens out, and then you can pick off the SCV, so no repair comes down. And once no repair comes down, I mean, the bunker is going to die pretty quickly anyway, so... Well, Kyra gonna go for the 2 racks here. Prebz opens up pool first, so he's maybe a little bit aware that this is a possibility. So let's see what is going to happen after with this 2 racks. I mean, Kyra again just doesn't look. He's saying he's not feeling confident. Of course, going for the 2 racks, which suggests he's not confident in a longer game either. Can Prebz spot this out? Can he stop this from really doing too much? I mean, with the pool first, the best way to go about 2 racks is to just actually to build up a few Marines before you actually move forward, so that, you know, you can take on the initial wave of Lings quite quickly, and then kind of just hope that your opponent doesn't really identify that a 2 racks is on the way. And that actually looks as though what Kyra is going to do here. The 2 racks actually finish very close to each other, so he's going to get 2 Marines out. He may even wait for a couple more. Now, in fact, Prebz, though, does see 1 SCV coming across the map, but I guess that could just be for a scout. And in fact, there's nothing for Prebz to really say, you know, for him to think this isn't a scout 4 right now. Now he sees 2 more SCVs, so now's the kind of time where he thinks to himself, uh-oh, he's only got 2 Lings out. These 2 Lings are actually having to turn around as Kyra is starting to put down this first bunker. Is this going to work out? It looks quite good for him right now. This first bunker's definitely going to go up. There's no way he can really stop that from happening, I don't think, at this point. And, well, okay. Here comes a massive drones. The bunker is going to just not finish here. Oh my god, on what, 39 out of 40. 3 Marines though, and with Marines 4 and 5 very close to follow, the drones are so close to getting us around. Where are the extra SCVs? The extra SCVs were coming along before, but now they're kind of not here, and Kyra trying with this 2 racks his hardest, and here come a couple more SCVs, but he's just not going to be able to get anything in the bunker, and, well, actually this kind of shuts this down altogether here. Wow, what happened to his SCVs? I guess he lost them in the initial kind of engagement there, so he just couldn't build them up fast. Couldn't go and finish that bunker up fast enough. 2 more barracks coming up at home for Kyra, so he's just going to build up and try and go for a second round of this. There's just another wave of aggression. Prebz overhead here with this Overlord. I mean, he's going to see in a moment that there's another barracks up here. And I guess the 4th barracks is the real telltale sign. First Marine going to pop out and we'll be able to start taking down these Lings. Of course, there's no real need for Prebz to, at this point, lose Zerglings. You know, he's going to gain nothing by losing Zerglings, but he can just force mining time to be lost if he controls these Lings as he's doing right now. Just pulling them away on low HP, they will regen. Sending a few Zerglings back home. Kyra's still building up his army over here. Again, he's building up towards one big push. There's 2 Spinecrawlers going to be down here for Prebz. And with 2 Spinecrawlers, he's going to hope to try and, you know, push back any kind of aggression. He's going to lose an Overlord. Is he going to lose an Overlord, or is it not going to be enough? I don't think Kyra's actually interested in waiting. He's pulling the SCVs. And, well, he's just going to go with absolutely everything at the same time here. He's actually taking the tower, for whatever reason. The 3rd Spinecrawler now starts up. 4 more Lings on the way, another Queen coming up too. Prebz has enough energy to transfuse one of these Spinecrawlers as well. Lings over to the left hand side. Don't actually end up taking on these Marines, as everything just grouping up right now, coming in for one big fight all at the same time. This 3rd Spinecrawler not quite finished just yet. So Kyra, this is his one opportunity to try and break through here. These drones are going to be pulled as well, of course. He's going to kite away from the Spinecrawler. Very smart play to just kite away from the Spinecrawler. And, well, these Spinecrawlers are still in a little bit of trouble. One's going to go down very quickly. No transfuse just yet. And that's a bit of a mistake here by Prebz. Another Spinecrawler finishing. Kyra starting to run out of options in terms of what he can... in terms of, you know, how much you can do with this, because he's lost his SCVs, he cannot tank as much anymore. More Zerglings continue to come out, and it looks as though he might just not have enough steam to break through the rest of the Spinecrawlers. And, well, it was a little bit tense there for a moment or two, but I think with 2 Queens at the front and the Spinecrawlers, there's just not enough, and Prebz looking to be holding on strong here as Marines continue to come across the map. But I think it's just too little too late. Kyra's probably just going to wait right now for a, you know, just to pull a group of SCVs again. And with a group of SCVs being pulled, I mean, this is his best chance right now. While these the Spinecrawlers be burrowing, a bunch of Lings going down, but I mean, he's just bought so much time for the Spinecrawler to burrow, and it's just going to help defend. Although that being said, now he's only got 1 Spinecrawler. Okay, he's got transfuses, Still targeting down the spine crawler, trying to do whatever he can, but it's just not going to be enough. And I mean, again, this is very all in, and in the end, it's just not going to work out for him. The other spine crawler still repositioning here, as I mean, slowly but surely, this game's just going to go in the way of Prebz. He's ahead in drones. He's actually still behind in army supply. He starts up a second spine crawler. I mean, the static defense is the main issue. Another transfuse is ready, so I mean, this queen's ready to pretty much heal up this spine crawler, and I mean, that makes the spine crawler pretty much indestructible. The last few SCVs are pulled, so again, he's just going to wait, go for one more push through here. He's going to come forward, he's going to try and, I guess, cancel the spine crawler from building, but just can't. He just can't afford to take too much damage without actually gaining anything. And he's just going to go for it before the SCVs are even here. The Ling's just going to wrap around. They're going to shut this down, and that's going to be Prebz evening up this series 2-2 right now for Seed Gaming. And that one didn't seem all too complex for him. Maybe looked a little bit scary at a certain point, but with the 3 spine crawlers, it's very hard for the Terran player to actually make anything happen. And so 2-2 is our scoreline. GG, well played, Kalia, with a good little streak there. 2 wins in a row. And, well, game number 5, guys, will be coming up after a quick commercial break. We'll be actually kind of interested to see who LDLC send out next. Maybe Durian, maybe one of their better choices. So we've seen him, he's a very scary ZVZ player, so definitely Seed not kind of out of trouble just yet. Even though they've taken down Kaira, there's a long way to go. We'll see what's going to happen in game number 5 after this quick commercial break, guys. If you're enjoying the show, do make sure to hit the follow button, and we'll be back in a few moments' time with this 5th game. Don't go too far. Once again, guys, to SC2ITL Open Qualifier for the 3rd season, 1st division. We're going into game number 5 between Seed and LDLC right now, and we've got Durian coming out as the next player from LDLC. He's the pink Xerxes, one in the top right of merry-go-round, opening with a gas first. This guy loves his 14-14s. We know that. We learnt that back when he won 3 SC2 Improved Weeklies in a row. And he loves these in ZVZ, so let's see what he can get done with it here as he goes up against the yellow Zerg player in the upper left-hand corner from Seed Gaming. It's Prebz here in the upper left. So Prebz, can he pull through? Can he take Seed onto match point, or will it be Durian with his 14-14 to potentially take the advantage once again here for LDLC? You know, Seed did take that first game very, very quickly. And of course Kaira evened things up and took the lead for LDLC quite quickly as well. But Prebz didn't take too long to dispatch of his dispatch of the 2 racks used against him to once again even up this series. He's going to go for his hatchery right now. Second speed should be starting up in just a moment for Durian. As soon as his pull finishes here, he's going to continue mining gas. So I mean, he's really going for a bunch of aggression with this. With this build. Prebz is going to come in here. He's going to try and get the scout on what exactly his opponent's up to. He's going to try and see, you know, what are you doing? And he will actually be able to see this gas, which is one of the most important things, of course, to see. And of course, most importantly as well, he'll see that it's still mining past 100. He'll know Zerg speed's on the way. Oh, does he not go far enough? Okay, he's seen it. I'm not sure if he actually clicked on it to confirm how much gas has been mining. He actually turns away right now, so he's not going to risk losing his overlord. Did he get the information he needed? Did he click on that gas? That's all he needed to do. I would imagine he would have definitely clicked on it. He's already starting up a spine crawler in his main base. So you can see he's a little bit worried about the opening here. Zerg speed about halfway done for Durian, pulling that hurt Ling to the back as Prebz does go for a little bit of a fight. 1 Ling left to go forward here, and it will go for the scout as more Lings continue to come out here for Durian. So he is going to pile on the pressure against Prebz here very quickly. The Bane and Nest is on the way too. Zerg speed about to kick in, and there's a lot of Zerglings actually here for Durian already at his opponent's base. Once his queen comes out and gets that first inject off, he's going to have a swell of Zerglings coming in as well. That first spine crawler already on the way down to the low ground though. That will definitely help Prebz in terms of his early defense here, as a couple of Banelings do come in for Durian. For Durian. So a couple of Banelings on the way in for him. As Zerglings speed now finishes, he's going to try and trap these Zerglings, get a bit of a surround on them, and he will actually end up taking the fight. Prebz turning around to fight this, and the first 2 Banelings don't do anything just yet. And well, they're not being used yet just yet either, as Prebz should be in an okay position here. It all comes down to the Baneling hits, and I mean, the question is, will the Banelings even connect? Because with 3 queens and a spine crawler, it's going to be very, very difficult, in fact, for him to really, do too much. It's going to be difficult for these Banelings to actually last long enough to get close enough to do some damage here. The Banelings are actually going to start going off here. And, well, the Spinecrawler is now dead. The Zerglings are going to go at this ramp. Oh, big Baneling hits at the on the Zerglings. And Prebz might be in a little bit of trouble here. As, oh, nice transfuse on this Queen at the last second. Will he be able to break through? Prebz has 14 Zerglings on the way. The advantage of having 2 hatcheries of production. But 2 Queens down and a 3rd Queen going to follow here. And this is all Durian needs. Maybe to start taking a bit of an advantage in this game. 3 Queens down. And that's going to really stifle the production tab of Prebz, who does now have his Zerglin speed on the way, but it's not there just yet. He's starting up a Baneling nest as well. As Durian's going to back off, he's going to have time to milf in a few more Banelings, and then go for maybe one last attack to try and take an advantage before Prebz is just going to have Banelings of his own. In fact, Banelings are already kind of here, in position, ready to go. A couple of Zerglings may fall down. Okay, one Baneling goes down to one Zergling, so a decentish trade so far, but in fact, Durian's doing a good job. Okay, that wasn't the best of Baneling hits there. Durian's doing a good job of trading his, protecting his Banelings and picking up the single lings which are sent forward to try and pick them off. And in fact, he's starting to overrun the base of Prebz right now, and Prebz is in a lot of trouble. As Zerglings continue to come in, and now he come into his main base. The Banelings are going to come after him here, and the Banelings go off on the drones. They cancel one of his incoming morphing Banelings as well. GG called, and Prebz not too happy with that one. As he taps out the game, he has no drones left when he taps out, only 5 supply. And wow, this series is just speeding on by as LDLC go on to match point here against their opponents, Seed Gaming. Seed actually in a little bit of trouble. Well, I say a little bit, they're actually in a lot of trouble. I mean, match points, nothing to be laughed at here. So, yeah, this actually is a little bit of trouble. So, we're just waiting to get into the, well, maybe the final game of tonight now. As Seed and LDLC are currently ready to go into their 6th game, and LDLC hold the advantage. It has to be Rhaegor out next, surely, from Seed. So, yeah, I guess this is going to be their last player coming up in a few moments' time. We're going to take a quick commercial break before we get into this, guys, while we build up and get ready to go and get everything set up. Let's go into game number 6 after this quick commercial break, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back here very soon. Welcome back, guys, to SC2 Improved Team League Season 3 Open Qualifier. As we're going into what could be the final game of this series. Let's introduce our players. The final player out from Seed Gaming today has to win 2 in a row if he wants to survive. It's Rhaegor in the upper right hand corner of Foxtrot Labs, the red Zerg player in the lower left. He went 14-14 last game. He goes 14-14 again here from LDLC. It's Durian. Started off this game by quite simply saying never played on this map. So, well, you know, that's not really a good sign, is it? But I guess if you're just going to 14-14, what does it really matter? Let's see how this goes down. Now, interesting enough, immediately here, Rhaegor hatch first into gas, into pool. So, okay, so it's pool and gas, but they're very similarly timed. So, and he's getting his gas very quickly here, which is going to be great against the fast gas of his opponent. And of course, he's going to hold the advantage of having a faster natural hatchery. So, by having a faster natural hatchery, he's going to hold the possibility of, you know, he's going to have a little bit more production earlier on. He's, you know, there's going to be a few extra things. He's going to be able to make 2 queens. So there's, you know, there's a couple of possibilities here for how he decides to maybe hold off this early aggression. 2 lings already on the way across the map here. This Overlord has not bothered to actually go in and... Oh, in fact, he's already seen what's been in the scout. He must have had a drone scout, I guess? Must be, as I look at this Durian this time around, immediately makes a hatchery. So, completely changing his style of play from the last game. He's actually cut gas completely after the 100. So this time around, he's just going for, you know, link speed. He's just going to try and force a cancel on this hatchery. You know, try and do whatever damage he can. He's just going to expand behind this. So he's playing a different way. He's playing a different follow-up to the 14-14 than he played in game number 1. He's just going to try and get a kill here there. And I mean, his Zerglin Speed's about to kick in. Baneling Nest is on the way here first for Rhaegor. Baneling Nest before the Zerglin Speed. So, you know, it's a choice he has to make, and he's deciding the best way to hold this would be that Zerglin Speed. Sorry, would be the Baneling Nest and not Zerglin Speed. As I mean, Zerglin is still coming across the map here for Durian, and he's just going to try and do whatever he can here. His hatchery is about 75% of the way done. He is now going to run by into the main base. A couple of his things get trapped here, but he should be able to pick off a few of these drones. There's one and two already going down here, so already Durian doing a pretty good job. A single baneling explodes on not too much, I don't believe. As these lings are still going around, there's going to be a third drone picked off. So Durian doing the damage. He's actually 4 workers ahead right now, and he's going to come back in on get a 4th worker kill as well. So a great little opening attack. Actually, he takes himself to a 6 worker lead. He's droning up pretty heavily behind this. His opponent doesn't have speed for a little while. He can go into gas himself now and start up his own baneling nest. Sort of a spine crawl on the high ground just in case he needs it defensively against this counter attack. But he probably won't. I mean, he's probably going to have plenty of time to actually get out enough lings. And well, this is a bit of a weird scenario now where Rhaego, I mean, does he attack or does he not? He's actually just drawing up himself. I mean, he has had these injects on his second hatchery for quite some time, so that's definitely a positive for him here. I mean, he's going to be able to get a lot of drones out at once. As Zerglin speed not finished, just finishing up now. He loses one more Zerglin, which was trying to scout across the map. Sends out another one to try and get across here and try and see what his opponent is going into. Right now it is just that baneling nest and not too much else in all honesty. This Zerglin does get by. This Queen is trying to just chase away this Overlord, and it has succeeded in doing that. This Spine Caller coming down to the low ground. A few more lings on the way out, and actually kind of surprised that Durian didn't have his Queen in position to start shutting down this Zerglin Scout. That's into the main base. Everything is spotted, even the lair starting up here. And wow, Durian going into 3 extra gases. So looking as though he just wants to go straight into a Spire play after this opening. I mean, it's a pretty even game. Even in workers, he's got a slightly faster Spire, and it's probably going to be Rhaego who throws down a Rotor and an Evo Chamber. There's the Evo Chamber already on the way down. So actually starts a Spine Crawler here. He's still a little bit unsure. Starts up some defensive balance too. I guess there's a fair few lings on the way across for Durian. What will he be able to achieve with these? Will he be able to get any damage done, or will he not? He actually backs off. He doesn't bother committing too far forward with these. He's just trying to buy as much time as he can. Coming in here, I mean, surrounding the hatchery, not really going to turn out the best. The Bane's all over the place right now. Zerglins too. And I guess he's just going to try and run by into the main base once again and try and get some worker kills. But no, he just decides to come back and out. And now he brings in his own Baneling. Is very close to getting a really good detonation to start things off here. And oh, the Baneling connection there is pretty good as well. But there's still not enough, I don't think, to you know, really deal with these Zerglins. The Zerglins coming in trying to get a couple more kills, but not really achieving all too much here. Behind this, though, Durian droning like mad. 45 drones now against S36. And he starts with his Spire. It's going to be a Carapace build coming out of Rhaego, so that's interesting. It's going to give his lings the advantage on the, you know, in the early stages of this game. So really kind of interested to see how exactly this is going to turn out, as Rhaego does head across the map here. He's going to come into the main base now as well. And Baners are going to try and turn this away. And they do chase this away right now. So chasing this away, these Zerglings do manage to escape for now from Rhaego, as Baners are going to come in. So we are having a little bit of bling wars here. Baners, what they're going to explode on. Everyone's Baners all kind of clumping up. I mean, Banelings kind of exploding everywhere. That was a nice little trade there for Rhaego, as he gets a couple of Banelings for gets 3 Banelings for 2. But overall, it's all very even, and the Spire is about to complete here for Durian, and this Spire might just completely catch Rhaego off guard. I'm not sure how prepared he really is for this. He's continuing to send the lings across the map. A nice Baneling connection there. Carapace not ready just yet, as a Baneling goes off from behind. A couple of Zerglings do catch one more Baneling here. As these Zerglings still coming across the map. That Carapace is about to finish up here now. The Carapace is going to be an opportunity for Rhaego to try and force a cancel on the third base of Durian. Of course, if these Mutas are out, the Zerglings, I guess they can still do some damage, of course, but you know, they're unlikely to cancel the third base, because once the third base, you know, you can't really cancel the third base if Mutas are going to kill off your lings before they can do it. So he's actually trying to engage. He's moving his Baners in a very aggressive position. He does have +1 Carapace, so he will win out in this fight. Baners coming forward here, trying to explode on the Morphin Baners, but it's not quite enough, and Rhaego actually breaks through. He's going to start taking down this hatchery, and Mutas coming forward here. They're going to be able to take down these Banelings. and well, all the Banelings go down for nothing. Will he be able to save the third base? It looks as though it's just been too much time where these Lings have been gone untouched, and the third base will be cancelled, rebuilt immediately by Durian, but he has the map control right now, and a big advantage in the skies. He's going to be able to take down all the overlords which are out and about on the map. That's going to be something Rhaegar's going to have to replace here. I mean, Rhaegar still doesn't really have any tech. He's only got +1 carapace, he's got no lair, you know, he's got nothing else really going for him right now, as these mules are going to continue across the map and try and get over here as fast as he can. If he can shut down these spore crawlers and queens before they finish up, that's going to be absolutely huge. And there's one spore crawler going to go down, and the other one's going to be a pretty quick target as well. One muter will die for this. If he targets it down, there we go. So 1 muter down. There's going to be a second muter in a moment too, as Ling's coming across the map, going to force a cancel once again on this third base. Or is he? He's actually going to be forced away by the Banelings. And Rhaegar now not actually paying attention to the Banelings, are going to come in and get some pretty decent hits. The majority of Zerglings die off, and it looks as though Durian will be able to chase this away. Muter's coming back home now and deflecting the Baneling and a few more of these Zerglings. So Durian's still holding a good position in this game. 20 more Lings on the way up, a Roachron and an Evo Chamber. And his third hatchery will actually complete this time around, albeit on very low HP, only half health left remaining on that. Picks off another Overlord here, continuing to keep Rhaegar in the dark, keep him worrying about this, as he's now 10 workers down. Third base isn't actually that vulnerable to mutas, as the spore crawler is on the way up and all the queens are over here, but we do have the mutas heading into the main base right now. The spores aren't kind of all over the place as more Overlords continue to die. Rhaegar winning the fight on the ground in the Ling Wars right here. Another Overlord going down as well. Rhaegar going to find himself supply blocked for here for a little while. One queen getting picked off, and Durian just making the best of these Mutalisks, doing whatever he can do with them. As often as he can. 4 Barons on the way in. He will look to hold on to his third base here, and again, holding on to his third base, he has to do it sometime, and now would be a really great time to start, as he's actually going to come in with an overwhelming number of Zerglings. Both players going into their +1 missile upgrade. And so obviously Durian feeling as though the Bling Wars have gone on for long enough. Rhaegar feeling the same. His own lair is just about to finish here. Roach speed already on the way for Durian. And both these guys are going to go into roach production here pretty soon. The Ling Wars are pretty much going to be over, but there's actually a lot of Lings here for Durian. They're going to come forward, and is there going to be enough to actually hold on? The mutas in overhead will help against the queens. A couple of Banelings coming forward as well. They get some connections on the Zerglings of Rhaegar, and now Rhaegar doesn't have that much left to help defend here. If he loses the spore crawlers, that's going to be a dead third base, because he'll have nothing to answer the Mutalisks with. That being said, the mutas are going to start droning to work on the third base anyway. Just getting a couple of salvos off. A drone heading across the map meets an unfortunate end. And look at this, 1.6k, 1.3k banked up for Durian. A lot banked up as well for Rhaegar. He actually starts an infestation pit here. 10 more drones on the way for Durian, but I can't help but feel in a moment he's just going to swarm the map with roaches. Send a ton of them across the map and see what he can do with it. As these mutas are going to head back home towards this third base now. A couple of Lings are going to head around the side of the map here, and we'll see what they can achieve, as these mutas are going to come in towards this natural expansion as well. These couple of Lings still moving around. Where are they going to go? Overlord cleaned up, and Rhaegar now supply blocked once again here. Wave of Overlords just finishing up for him. But it's about 30 supply down. Both players have a similar gas bank. There is actually Durian going into Hydralisks. So I guess we're going to see Roach Hydra against Roach Infested, because Pathogen Glands is on the way for Rhaegar here. Kind of interesting. Ooh, how many drones was that just killed? I think Rhaegar just got a bunch of drones with Banelings. So that was a little bit of a nice attack there. Durian still has potential with these Mutalisks to do some more damage. He's going to go into Hydra production very soon. The question is, what's better, Roach Hydra or Roach Infester? I mean, the upgrade advantage will lie with Rhaegar. He's going to be on 2-1 very soon, before his opponent's on 2-0. So that's going to be a possibility for a good defense for him. Has to be very careful here, Durian, with these mutas. He can't really fly in. The Spore Crawler control is, or the Spore Crawler position is pretty good throughout around, so I mean, he can't really find too many openings. He's actually going to find a queen here. Will get transfused, but I think 3 queens in total is just a little bit too many. But look at the number of roaches coming across the map right now. Is there enough for Rhaegar to hold on? I don't know. This may be the end of Seed in the SC2 Improved Team League EU qualifier here. A couple of Barons coming forward. I mean, on either side, and well, there's just not enough here at all. If fungal growth goes down, it's a pretty huge fungal, but there's just not enough here. And I mean, this is going to be a dead third base in a matter of seconds. Rhaegar in a lot of trouble. Durian going to clean this up for LDLC, and LDLC will go only a single series away from qualifying tomorrow. That match will be tomorrow, as Durian is going to clean up the rest of this here. And LDLC with a real potential chance now to make it through into the first division. of this Team League Season 3 here. There's a few roaches keep coming out for Rego, but it's just not enough. There's so many. And he's just losing roach after roach after roach. He and Seed, well, this will not be the season they make it into the first division, unfortunately for them, as these roaches continue to take this down. A queen falls, and a couple more roaches as well. I mean, that is pretty much going to be game, I think, as Durian, he's 100 supply up. GG is called. Unfortunate for Seed. They had 2 games today which kind of just sucked for them. The first game, Lena actually was LDLC. I mean, Kaira did some serious damage taking down Solo, and Durian's 14-14 taking down Prebz was kind of the real killer, I guess. I mean, Solo and Prebz definitely the superstars of Seed, and they both lost in kind of, I mean, Solo just wasn't prepared for Hellbats. Prebz just made a mistake with the 14-14. He just didn't hold it the way he should have. He should have maybe got a Bane Nest before speed, and then, you know, he doesn't take that much damage. He's defending 2 bases against 1. It's a hard loss to take, but LDLC take it 4-2. They advance now into the round of 8. Honestly, an impressive performance by them, as Seed get knocked out here in the round of 16. And I mean, that's that. Seed are gone. And who do they play tomorrow? Okay, so LDLC play against Mouse Control. Skillforge, I believe, play against so yeah, it looks as though New Era Gaming actually took down Noob Gaming Pro. So let's give you guys a full update here of what has happened tonight. So this is our bracket. So let's run through this. So tomorrow, Skillforge versus New Era Gaming is going to take place in the round of 8. Again, the winner of each of these matches qualifies to the first division. So Skillforge took down Non 4-3, Era taking down NG Pro 4-1. And that's setting up that round of 8 match there. LDLC taking down Seed 4-2, move on to the quarterfinals, and MCon have had a 4-0 and a walkover to make it to the quarterfinals. So I actually really favour LDLC in this part of the bracket right now. MCon definitely not as strong a team as KLG, I have to say. As we scroll on down, we have eSuper against APSE2 eStar. That's going to be a pretty good match as well, I'm sure. And Team Extreme Supremacy taking on Red Bloods Pro. Again, I think Red Blood's going to be the favourite there to move on through. So that is our 4 matches for tomorrow. I'll be putting up a schedule on the stream and on Team Liquid calendar as soon as I get it sorted out. I'm off to talk to the teams about all of that right now, in fact. So that's it for today from the qualifier. We're actually going to be streaming Root versus No Dice Gaming from SC2ITL America in 2 hours. So that'll be in a couple of hours. Root versus No Dice Gaming. So do come back for that if you're interested. If you enjoyed the stream, do hit the follow button. Or if you've really enjoyed the hit stream, make sure you can also subscribe as well. And yeah, for now, we're off. Go enjoy IEM Toronto. I'm going to be catching a few of them games in the downtime here on this stream. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you've had a good, and I hope your teams have advanced, the teams you were supporting. And yeah, I'm going to rush off because I really need to go and organise these matches for these teams. So guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to run a few ads on the outro, but we'll be back in a couple hours with Root versus No Dice Gaming. Don't go too well.